Hey there. Let's talk about making art. You know that feeling, right? You stare at a blank page, and it feels like there's this huge wall between you and actually creating something. Like that's for other people, the artistic ones. Well, today, we're going to tear down that wall. This is your simple guide to starting your very own artistic journey. So, where does that wall even come from? A lot of it starts with this idea called magic thinking. It's this belief that to make art, you've got to have some, I don't know, mystical ingredient, right? A special talent that you're either born with or you're not. End of story. And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Is being good at art some kind of gift from the universe that only a few people get? Or, and this is the big question, is it a skill? Something that just maybe anyone can actually learn?
Okay, so let's get right into it because the answer here is a total game changer. We're going to leave that myth behind and look at the actual recipe for making art. And here's the spoiler. It's got nothing to do with magic. Turns out, it's just a process with two very real, very down-to-earth ingredients. And look at this. This really puts it side by side. On one hand, you've got the myth, this big, scary idea of magic talent and mystical insight. But the reality? Oh, it's so much simpler, so much more human. It's all about finding joy in the doing of it and just giving yourself the time to learn. Seriously, that's it. That's the whole secret. So, what do we even mean by joy of the process? Look, it's not about trying to create a masterpiece on day one. Not at all. It's about that simple pleasure in the physical act. You know, the feeling of a pencil gliding on paper, the curiosity of just watching a line turn into a shape. It's about falling in love with the discovery, not worrying about the final product. And that second ingredient is just as critical. Time. Giving yourself time to learn. You wouldn't expect to play a symphony on the piano after one lesson, right? Or be fluent in a language in a week. Art is the exact same way. It's a skill that builds and gets stronger over time. You just have to have the patience to let it happen, one sketch at a time. All right, so the mindset is sorted. Let's get practical. Let's talk about your starter kit. And I think you're going to be surprised by how simple, how totally not intimidating this is. Yeah, forget all that stuff about expensive canvases or complicated software. Your entire foundation is right here. Some paper, A3 is a good size to start, a few pencils, some harder, some softer, a soft eraser, and maybe some natural charcoal and a cloth. That's literally it. It's cheap, it's easy to find, and it is everything you need. And I really want to stress this. Using simple tools isn't cutting corners. It's the opposite. This is a powerful, complete foundation. With just these things, you can learn everything you need to know about line, form, light, shadow, all without the distraction of a million other options. Okay, so this is usually the next big roadblock, right? The terror of the blank page. You've got your tools, you've got the right attitude, and then crickets. What in the world do you actually draw? Well, the amazing answer is everything. It's all around you. And just to get you going, here are some super accessible ideas. Look around. Grab a flower or a shell from outside. Go look in the mirror. Boom, instant self-portrait, a subject that's always there for you. Draw the people or pets you love. Or just look out your window. Your world is literally packed with things just waiting for you to notice them. Okay. Tools, check. Subject, check. Now for the really fun part, the technique. This is all about learning how to see like an artist and then how to translate what you see onto the page. It's about unlocking your vision. And there are basically two great ways to approach this, and they work together perfectly. First, you have detailed observation. That's where you really try to draw exactly what you see, capturing all the little details. But then there's the sketched essence. This is more about capturing the feeling, the core idea of something, without getting bogged down in every tiny detail. They're like two different muscles, and exercising both makes you so much stronger. And here's why this is so powerful. At its core, all drawing is trying to solve this one amazing puzzle. How do you take our big 3D world and represent it on a flat 2D piece of paper? It's kind of a magic trick, really. And every single time you do it, you're forging this incredible connection between your hand, your eye, and your mind. So, how do you actually do it? How do you build a drawing? Well, you don't start by trying to draw one perfect line. It's a process, a layering process. First, just get the big, general shape down. Then look for the simple geometric parts inside that shape: circles, squares, triangles. Next, you build on that with light, kind of sketchy lines. You're just feeling it out. And only at the very end, once the foundation is there, do you come in with the darker, clearer lines, the details, and the shadows. See? It's building, step by step. And that brings us to this idea, which I just love. Drawing is a continuous search until clarification. Think about that. It's not about being perfect from the get-go. It's a search. It's a journey of discovery right there on the paper, where you slowly, gradually bring something into focus. That just takes all the pressure off, doesn't it? So we've got the tools, we've got a way to find subjects, we've got a technique. Now let's pull the camera way, way back. Let's talk about inspiration itself. Where does all this stuff come from? Because I promise you, the well you can draw from is absolutely endless. There are 3 giant reservoirs of inspiration you can tap into anytime. First, there's nature, the whole world that's just given to us. It's all out there. Then you've got culture. That's everything humanity has ever made, ever created. Art, books, buildings, you name it. And finally, and this one might be the most powerful of all, the present moment. What you are seeing, feeling, and thinking right here, right now. Your own unique point of view is your greatest superpower. And that's it. We're at the end of this guide, but really, this is the very beginning of your journey. All it takes is a piece of paper, a pencil, and just a little bit of courage to make that first mark. So, the page is blank. What are you going to discover?